Good morning students. From today we will start calculus. In that the first topic is continuity and differentiability. As I said yesterday, I will be doing a quick revision of the previous year topic, that is limits. So what is the limit? To understand it, let's take a simple function which is f of x. Suppose consider a point A on x axis and consider the interval which is containing A. Now if you take the values on y axis, suppose this value is f of A. Now what is limit? The limit is when you approach A, whether from left side or from the right side. When you approach A, if you take this axis here, suppose this is A, you approach from left side or you approach from right side. When you get closer and closer to A, the values that you get on y-axis, suppose if this is f of A, the values you get on y-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, the values that you get on y-axis will become closer and closer to f of A. So when you approach very close to A, the values of f of x will be approaching closer and closer to f of A. Suppose if you take a simple example, suppose if you have f of x is equal to x plus 5, you need to find out limit x tends to 1 f of x. That means when you approach very close to 1, what happens to f of x? What are the values that you get? Understand this by one simple table. I take x here, I take f of x here. Remember, when you are approaching A, we will not consider A. We will consider the values which are very close to A, but we will not consider A. So here also, in the same manner, when we are trying to find out the limit at 1, we will not consider 1. We will consider the values which are close to 1. Which are close to 1 means you can take from the left side or from the right side. Suppose if you take values 0.9, suppose x equal to 0.9, which is very close to 1, then what you get? 0.9 plus 5, which is equal to 5.9. You take 0.91, which is equal to 5.91. You can take 0.99. This is equal to 5.99. This is from the left hand side. If you approach 1 from the right hand side means greater than 1. So if you take 1.01, then what is f of x? F of x is 6.01. 1.02. The value will be 6.02. So what we are observing here is, as you get closer and closer to 1, f of x values are getting closer and closer to 6. If you carefully observe, I am not considering 1. Let's take some examples and see how do we solve these limits. Suppose f of x is equal to x plus 5. You need to find the limit x tends to 1 f of x. So limit x tends to 1, f of x is x plus 5, which is equal to 6. You can directly substitute. This is a very simple one where you can substitute the value directly, you get the limit. Let's take another equation. Suppose f of x is given as x square minus 4 by x minus 2. You need to find the limit at 2. Remember, at 2 means you are taking the values very close to 2 but not equal to 2. Okay. Now what happens if you substitute directly like you did in the first question? If you substitute directly, you get 2 square 4, 4 minus 4 0 by 2 minus 2 0. This is in 0 by 0 form. We cannot solve it directly by substituting. Then you have to try some other method. What is that other method? We can write x square minus 4 as x plus 2 into x minus 2. Denominator will be same. Now, if you observe, you can cancel x minus 2. Now, limit x tends to 2, f of x is x plus 2, which is equal to 4. So, the other method is you can take the factors, and then you can cancel out one of the terms. In the remaining term, you can substitute the value directly. The other method for this is when you get 0 by 0 form, you can apply L'Hopital's rule. What is this rule? Whenever you have 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, you can apply this rule. What this rule says is, whenever you get in this form, you need to take the derivative in the numerator and in the denominator. Okay? What is the derivative of x square? Derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of constant is 0. Derivative of x is 1. Again, derivative of constant is 0. Now your f of x is equal to 2x by 1. Now f of x is equal to 2x by 1. Here you can apply the limit. You will get 2 into 2, which is equal to 4. It doesn't matter even if you don't know the derivatives, because anywhere we will be doing the differentiability chapter. You have derivatives. This is a very simple one. You can remember. Even if you don't remember also, no problem, because anyway we will be doing the differentiability topic. Let's consider this question. F of x is x plus 5 if x is less than or equal to 2. F of x is x minus 5 if x is greater than 2. Then you need to find the limit at x equal to 2. This is very important problem, because these type of problems you will be getting even in the continuity also. The continuity will be continuation of this topic. Okay, let's see. When we said limit at x equal to 2, it does not mean you substitute directly 2. You have to take from the left hand side, from the right hand side. So if this is x equal to 2, we will not consider 2 only. We have to consider the values which are left side of 2, and we have to consider the values which are right side of 2. But in this problem, when I come from left side, x less than 2, I have a function x plus 5. But when I come from right side, I have a function x minus 5, which are completely different. Okay? In these cases only, what we need to do is, we need to find the left hand limit and we need to find the right hand limit. In the previous problems we don't have to do the left hand and the right hand limit, because there we do not have two different functions, but here we have two different functions, so we need to consider the left hand limit and the right hand limit. Here left hand limit, what happens? Limit extends to 2 minus. Why we are writing 2 minus? 2 minus represents lesser than 2. Lesser than 2 means which can be 1.99, 1.999, 1.98, all these values. So lesser than 2, less than 2, what is the function? X plus 5, which is equal to 7. Right hand limit, limit extends to 2 plus. Here the function is x minus 5, which is equal to 2 minus 5, which is equal to minus 3. Here the left hand limit and the right hand limit, they are not equal. When left hand limit and right hand limit are not equal, the limit does not exist. When left hand and right hand limit are not equal, the limit does not exist at x equal to 2. The limit does not exist at x equal to 2. Left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, limit does not exist at x equal to 2. At x equal to 2 only limit does not exist. Suppose if I take, if limit is asked at 3, instead of 2, if you have to find out the limit at 3, observe carefully, at 3 the function is not splitting, okay? At 3 greater than 2, the 3 will come in this interval, so we have only one function. At 3 we have only one function, then we will consider only x minus 5. Limit extends to 3, x minus 5, which is equal to 3 minus 5, which is equal to minus 2. Okay? Here we are considering left hand and right hand limit here. Why? Because at x equal to 2 you have less than and greater than. You have two different functions. At x equal to 3, we do not consider left hand and right hand limit. Why? Because at x equal to 3 clearly is from x greater than 2, right? So we do not consider left hand and right hand limit here. We will consider left hand and right hand limit only when you have greater than and less than at that particular value. Now let's come to differentiability continuity topic. Let us start this continuity by taking one simple analogy. In limit, what happens is, suppose if you are moving in a straight line, you and your friend are moving in a straight line, you both finally meet at one common point. Suppose if you both come and meet here at f of a, that is called the limit. Wherever you meet, you can meet anywhere. You both can meet at this point, you both can meet at this point. Anywhere you meet, that is called the limit. But what happens in continuity? In continuity, when you are traveling, instead of meeting anywhere, first you should fix some point. Suppose if this is f of a. Again you are traveling, now you cannot meet at any point. Where you have to meet? You have to meet exactly at f of a only. Clear? See, what happens is, when you take limit, you can meet any point. You can meet here, you can meet here, you can meet here, or you can meet here also. Wherever you meet, that will be equal to n. But here what happens is, before before moving randomly, you need to fix one destination point. When you fix the destination point, you both should arrive at that point only. Only then it is called continuity. Okay, this is a simple analogy. Here what is happening is left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. You are moving from this side, you are moving from this side. Wherever you meet, that will become the limit. But here you are moving from left side, you are moving from right side. You both are meeting. Where you both are meeting? You both are meeting at one common point. So here left hand limit and right hand limit must be equal to f of a. You both should meet at the same point. Only then that is continuity. Now let's see what is the formal definition of continuity. A function, a real function f is said to be continuous at C if limit extends to C, f of x is equal to f of C. A real function f is said to be continuous at some point C if the limit is equal to the function. Okay, this can be written as left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of C. You can remember this in a simple way. Limit value L must be equal to function value. Limit value is equal to function value f of C. This is not a formal definition, but for remembering you can remember it this way. The limit value is equal to function value. Let's take an example. Suppose f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. This is an example from your textbook itself. That is example 1. Check the continuity of the function f given by f of x equal to 2x plus 3 at x equal to 1. We have to check whether the given function is continuous or not at x equal to 1. To check the continuity, what we need to do? We need to check whether the limit value is equal to function value or not. First find the limit. Limit extends to 1. F of x is equal to limit extends to 1. What is f of x here? 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 which is equal to 2 into 1 plus 3 which is equal to 5. So what is the limit value we are getting? Limit value is equal to 5. In limits what we do is we do only this much. But in continuity the extra thing that we need to do is we need to substitute this value in the function. That is f of 1. F of 1 is equal to 2 into 1 plus 3 which is equal to 5. So what we are observing here is the limit value is also equal to function value. Limit extends to 1, f of x is equal to f of 1. The limit value and the function value both are equal to 5. Therefore, f is continuous. Therefore, f is continuous at x equal to 1. You can write down this in your notebooks. When the function is said to be discontinuous, a function is said to be discontinuous if the function is not continuous at any particular point. If a function is not continuous at C, then the function is said to be discontinuous at C. Let's take again one example which is there in your book itself. Example 4. Show that the function f given by f of x equal to x cube plus 3 if x not equal to 0. This is equal to 1 if x equal to 0. Is not continuous. Is not continuous at x equal to 0. We need to show the function is not continuous at x equal to 0. So first what we need to do is find the limit. How do we find the limit here? Should we take left hand and right hand limit? No, we don't have to take the left hand and right hand limit, because here we do not have less than or greater than. If we have less than or greater than, only then we take left hand or right hand limit. So here we can directly take the limit x tends to 0. F of x which is equal to limit x tends to 0. What is f of x here? X cube plus 3. X cube plus 3 which is equal to 0 plus 3. Then what is the function value? This is the limit value. The limit value is 3. What is the function value? Substitute 0 in the function. Which function you have to consider? You have to consider this function or this function. We are taking exactly at 0. This is exactly at 0 only. But this is not exactly at 0. Here we are considering the values which are close to 0. But here we are considering the value which is exactly 0. Exactly 0, the value is equal to 1. So here clearly we can observe limit value is 3, the function value is 1. Limit value is not equal to the function value, so the function is not continuous at x equal to 0. Limit x tends to 0, f of x is not equal to f of 0. Therefore, f is not continuous at x equal to 0. Consider another problem. Discuss the continuity of the function f by f of x is equal to mod x at what point? At x equal to 0. First we will write what is the definition of f of x equal to mod x. F of x is equal to minus x if x less than or equal to 0, or you can write this as x equal to 0, this is equal to x. This is plus x if x greater than 0. This is the function of this is the definition of mod x. Now we need to find out the continuation of this mod function at x equal to 0. Here we need to consider the left hand and the right hand limits. Why? Because you are finding the limit at x equal to 0. At x equal to 0 you have left hand and right hand limits. You have less than and greater than signs at x equal to 0. Therefore we need to find out the left hand and right hand limit. So left hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. That is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus is less than 0. Which is less than 0? Less than 0 is minus x. So this is equal to f of x is equal to minus x. You can substitute 0 in place of minus x, which is equal to 0. Left hand limit is equal to 0. What about right hand limit? Right hand limit is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus limit x tends to 0 plus f of x is equal to limit extends to 0 plus 0 plus is greater than 0, which is greater than 0, x. So which is equal to 0. Left hand limit is equal to 0, right hand limit is also equal to 0. Now we can say the limit of the function exists. The limit of the function exists. Still we are not telling the function is continuous. So the limit is, once the limit exists, only then we have to find out the function value. If the limit does not exist means if left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit, then we don't have to find out the value of f of x only. The value of the function is not required only, because if the limit does not exist, directly you can tell it is not continuous. Okay, if limit does not exist, the function is not continuous. Here, because the limit exists and the limit is equal to 0, we find f of 0. What is f of 0? At x equal to 0. When we are writing f of 0, the function value, you have to consider exactly that point. X equal to 0, the function is equal to 0. So here left hand limit is equal to 0, right hand limit is equal to 0, and the function value is also equal to 0. Therefore, the function is continuous. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit is equal to f of 0. Therefore, the function is, f is continuous at x equal to 0. So we will stop here. In the next class, now we have talked about only continuation of the function at one point. In the next class, we will be talking about the continuation of the function in an interval. Okay? Thank you.